reality that needs to be said out loud is that as black men age, their desirability increases. Thus, their optionality of women is always expanding. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year. No matter how good we look, no matter how fit we are, men are still seeing primarily our presumed dwindling fertility as a knock against us. And speaking of fertility, that is another reason that I want younger black women to seek marriage and partnership in college or right after, if that's what they choose.
Okay, before we continue with this video, because she had more to say, but I just want to stop it right here for a second before I forget this, okay? I think it's very interesting that when women start to realize the odds are against them, all of a sudden they have this epiphany of, oh, men won't want us if we can't have children, or if we're not in our, natural childbearing age. And, maybe this is the problem. And maybe we should be focused on them first instead of getting to the bag or getting to our career. Like, maybe that stuff is important. But, it's interesting that she said that, the reason why is because of their dwindling fertility. And yeah, that is a piece of it. But if we want to talk about, if we want to have the entire conversation, one of the biggest reasons is because the older that you get, the more stuck in your ways that you get, the harder it is to communicate with you, the harder it is for you to be cooperative in a relationship, the harder it is for you to bend. It goes way deeper than just fertility. Some men may not even want children. Maybe they already have children in the past. Maybe they're okay that if they get into a new relationship or whatever the case is going to be, that they don't have children, within this new space. Maybe they want one child, whatever it is. That is a portion of the conversation. But they can't even get to the point of even having a conversation of possibly having children with you, because any question that they ask you or anything that they are, any concerns that they bring up in the relationship, you already got a problem because, you stuck in your ways and this is just how you are. And, you just got to accept me as I am. I'm already, however old you are, well over in your 40s or whatever, I'm not changing for nobody. What you see is what you get. This is what it is. So we're having the conversation, but, this is just kind of talking about two women trying to make it easier digestible. Well, if you want to have children and he wants to have children, this might be a problem. So you might want to start younger. You might want to be, prioritizing him because of the things that are going to benefit you. What about his benefit? You're trying to make it seem like, not being able to have a child, he may want a child. That's to his benefit. That's still to your benefit. Because now you have a ticket if you want to leave. You got a meal ticket. I'm going to continue because I don't want to jump the gun. So let me go ahead and just press play.
Because the number of college-educated black men is so low when compared to black college-educated women that we're all going to be targeting the same small pool of men. And as we heard today, on most campuses, there's like 7 black women students for every 1 black man student. Y'all do the math. So here's my advice. If you are a young black woman in college and you know in your heart and in your head that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD. Because the handful of black college-age men that actually do desire to get married soon, and they do share that value system, and family is a priority for them too, y'all, that is an incredibly small pool, and it's shrinking as you get older. And by the time you reach my age, 40, you will be faced with different choices relating to life partnership and motherhood. Now, I'm not saying that delaying marriage or motherhood is a bad option, but it's one that comes with its own consequences. And our women deserve to know on the front end of their decision making instead of on the back half.
So before I continue the conversation, I want to say that what she is saying is not inherently bad. This is something that, I have been saying for a very long time. I know a lot of people, the likes of myself, have been saying this for a very long time. Y'all worried about PhD, getting a degree, chasing a bag, opening up a business, or whatever it is that you're worried about. And you talking about you don't need no man, you could do bad by yourself, you miss independent. And then when you turn around and you're her age, now you're like, oh wait, man, what I should have did was that one guy. Oh, that one guy that was trying to holler at me, maybe I should have gave him a little bit more attention. Oh, I remember that one time that guy wanted to take me on a date, and, I was throwing him shade. I see he married and he got a beautiful family and kids. They look so happy. That could have been me. Good for that man. Good for that man. Good for those men. Because there was women who had the mindset from a long time ago. You see, there's a big difference between somebody who's already had that naturally mindset of like, I want to be a wife. I want to make sure that I provide for my husband. I want to make, like a comforting home for my husband. I want to make sure that I'm cooking for him and caring for him. I want to just be his support system. I just want to be his soft place to land. Like, I want to be that for a man one day. You see, women who grow up like that with that mindset, they treat their men very differently than the women who talk about, oh, I don't need no man. I could do it all by myself. I don't need you. I don't want you. And then they get old and then they're like, oh, wait, I could have benefited with that, by having a man. Dang. It's very different. Because while they're dating him, they want this man to prove to them why they are worthy enough to even be with them when, ta-da, as she just revealed, he can go get somebody way younger. Okay, maybe more fit than you, maybe cuter than you. And when people say, I want to say this. Both people are the relationship is the prize. When you have a man who is, going to, care for his woman, a woman who's going to care for her man, be there for her man, the relationship in and of itself is the prize. But when we have deeper conversations saying that, yes, men are a commodity, men are the prize, people get upset. But when you listen to everything that she said, that's basically all of the words that she just provided. She just dressed it up properly so that the sisterhood that she reports to won't be upset with her for saying it in this way. Oh, yeah, I never thought of it like that. Oh, yeah, that's really interesting. Oh, yeah, I didn't have that way of thinking. This is the same person. I got too much thoughts going on right now. I got too much going on. This is the same person who was just talking down about, I can't be with no bus driver. I can't be with no. If you're going to have a conversation with younger women about, that want to be married, we need to have the entire conversation. Because this is, I'm pleasing the sisterhood and I'm also trying to spread a little knowledge that I learned. But I want to make sure that I'm pleasing them in the process. And sometimes in having the conversation, you can't please the sisterhood. Most of the time. And you might be pleasing their feelings in the moment, but in honesty, in truth, in teaching them things from a standpoint of like, listen, not only is it consequences, but, sometimes you have to look even beyond the degrees. She made a statement that said, oh, there's to 7 women getting their degree. There's one black man in college. Okay, but there's a lot of male entrepreneurs. From what I've seen, there's a lot of men, especially, they're getting younger and younger, who are earning great portions of money. So the conversation is also to these young women, you need to broaden your horizon. You cannot put the value on a man because of a plaque that goes on a wall. That does not make any sense. There are men out there who are owning businesses, who, own properties, who have the business, the skill set, the mindset, the know-how, that some people who have the degrees, they don't have it. You have men who have trades. They are working a trade and are able to bring in a way larger amount of income than somebody with a degree. And then the person with the degree get mad. Because you have to go through all this school, all this stress, all this heartache, and he making way more money. And him being in the field is what taught him the know-how that he has. I think that, a lot of women are coming to a place, and I don't know if you guys see it. I've been seeing it a lot lately. A lot of the women who've been singing the opposite praises. Oh, we don't need no man. We could do this. Oh, well, I'm going to just do this, and I'm going to just do my own thing. And I'm going to just, a lot of the women who have been on the opposite side are trying to now tell younger women the opposite message. I wonder why. Is it the loneliness that's getting to you and you realize that you now have to speak out of reality? And instead of speaking out of bitterness, instead of speaking from a place of, we all could be single together. Instead of trying to join people with your misery, now you have this thing where you're like, maybe I should be telling them the truth so they can be different than me. Because maybe I did want a different outcome and maybe I can give them the tools so that they can have a different outcome. But I still got to please them. So I got to talk about the degrees. I got to talk about the fact that, they have to hurry up and find somebody in college. Even having them race to hurry up and try to find somebody, there's still steps that need to be done. Are you marriage material? How about that? I think we need to start asking women that. Are you marriage material? Because so many women, they're in a relationship and they want to be the first ones telling them, we're not going to date for a long time. I need to be a wife. I'm a wife. I'm not going to be shacking up. Then when things go haywire, they be the first one talking about the relationship is over or, they want a divorce. But y'all the first ones that want to be married. But are you equipped? Do you know what it takes? Do you? Do you know the how selfless you have to be? Are you aware? What qualities do you think would make you a good partner, a good wife? We have to start asking these questions because a lot of people want the wedding. They want to wear the dress. They want to show off on social media. They want to have the matching pajamas for the holidays. But they don't even like people. Be miserable all the time. Don't even like men for who they naturally are. Just want the benefit and the title and the ring and the bragging rights. Same thing with these degrees. It's ironic that we're even talking about this. It's the same thing with the degrees. They don't even want to do the career. They be treating, be a nurse and be treating people bad in the hospital. We've seen it. But want the degree, want the accolades, want the bragging rights. They want the picture, but don't want to do the actual work in their careers and in their home life. We have to be honest. Y'all talking about y'all chasing the same man. Oh, that same man, just because you have a degree, you think you're more qualified for that man that has a degree. He could leave you and go find somebody that work at McDonald's and wife her up because of her qualities that you don't have. You got the degree, but you don't got the wife qualities. You're not cooperative. You're arrogant. I don't know why people put so much merit on these degrees. Like it adds value to somebody. It might add to, if you need a certain job, you have more qualifications for a certain job. But you as a person, you don't walk around with this degree all the time. And people say, oh, she got a degree. Oh, she's the one. Like, it doesn't work like that. And this is not to say that, women should not get degrees or women should not work hard. This is not saying that. And this is also not to say that there's not women out there who don't have the degree, they have the degrees and they're still cooperative with their spouse because they understand balance. They understand roles. I know that there's women out there like that. I've seen them. But again, I think having the conversation and putting it in there and saying like, oh, we're all chasing the one man with the degree, as if that's the only kind of man or the only person that would make a qualified husband. That's foolish. And then, oh, well, if he want to have kids with you, what you gonna do because you older? No. In general, as a woman, when you are younger and you are more youthful, it is important that as you are prioritizing goals, that you are also prioritizing your relationship. If you want to be a wife. Because as men grow, one thing I strongly agree with what she said, and get older and older, that is not going to stop them from dating somebody or getting a hot chick, because they can procreate for all time until they can. They can procreate literally until they can. We have a cap. We're made differently. I would like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.